Oh, I don't fucking think so.
Welcome to Straight Up Reviews, where there's no bullshit beyond the side. Probably wondering what happened to me. Well, since New Year's came and went, I sort of blacked out, as you can see here. Damn it, the fifth.
You threw up out of your nose. I'd say you had enough.
I'll tell you when I had enough. Anywho, I thought I ran many years so belated by going back to what I wanted to do before it ended. Look back at the movies I missed for the past 2 years. Start with 2015. In this case, I'm going to talk about the movie that split people when one trilogy became the most loved and the other became the most hated. This is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, before I start, I'd like to take the time to inform those that don't know that two of the most popular cast have passed away recently. The first was Kenny Baker, who was famous for playing the lovable astro droid R2-D2, and the second was Carrie Fisher, who we know and love as Princess Leia Organa Skywalker Solo. These two were great actors. They brought a lot of love to their roles, and I think I speak for every Star Wars fan when I say their deaths will forever be a disturbance in the Force.
Now, this movie had a very interesting history. Originally, George Lucas set out to do a sequel trilogy after the infamous prequel trilogy. However, despite discussing ideas, he had no intentions of making one. Around 2012, he sold Lucasfilm and all media marketing rights to Star Wars to Disney for $4 billion, which he later donated to educational issues.
Makes sense, since if he still had the merchandising rights, he probably doesn't have to worry about lacking a steady cash flow. Now, although George had some ideas to express, Disney did the wisest thing that anyone in possession of Star Wars would have done. Not listen to George Lucas. Don't get me wrong, without Lucas there would not be Star Wars. But if the prequels are anything to go by, you see how that's wise.
Instead, the director's chair goes to J.J. Abrams, fresh off of Star Trek Into Darkness.
Somewhere the Jedi and the Trekkies are crying. But lest we forget two things, my fellow geeks. First, George Takei was in both franchises. Two, we, Takei, Shatner, and Fisher can all agree that we can work together and hate Twilight. Now, this movie was released in 2015, and I did go and see it in the theater back then, but I had to rewatch it again to get acquainted with it. Now that Rogue One and the possibility of another Star Wars sequel show appear.
The movie starts out on Jakku, where a pilot named Poe Dameron and his astro droid BB-8
Who is not CGI despite what people say.
meet an old friend of the rebellion. Said friend, Lorsan Tekka, has the current location of Luke Skywalker, who went missing 30 years after the events of Return of the Jedi.
Not sure why anyone would make a big deal about this. He just doesn't want TMC to bug him about Vader being his father. I think it's a scandal.
However, a group of stormtroopers from a faction of the destroyed Empire, the First Order, has raided the camp. This faction was led by Kylo Ren, a former pupil of Skywalker, who was trying to search for him after eliminating the New Jedi Order.
I feel sorry for the Order. Twice they got bitch slapped by a leather-clad Hitler wannabe.
They capture Poe for interrogation, while BB-8 escapes with the map. However, one of the troopers, FN-2187, becomes disillusioned with life as an Imperial soldier and helps Poe escape, who renames him Finn. They steal a TIE fighter and crash land back on Jakku. Poe is presumed dead with only his jacket left behind, for which Finn steals while he searches for a way to get off the planet.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen, stealing the clothes from the person they saved.
Meanwhile, BB-8 stumbles upon Rey, a scavenger who sells discarded mechanical parts for food. Rey agrees to help the droid, while Finn discovers them both. When the junker, Unker Plut, demands the droid, they escape and run into Finn, while they all proceed to steal the Millennium Falcon.
I do believe having the Falcon stolen qualifies as more than a scratch. Thank you, Lando.
Just when they think they are out of the woods, another ship comes across them and steals them away. Said ship is piloted by none other than Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Now that's how you make Han Solo more of a badass. A New Hope had him shoot first, chase down a group of stormtroopers, and throw Darth Vader off guard while he was flying. Empire had him rescue Luke from the freezing cold, shoot at Vader without hesitation, and punch his traitorous friend after enduring torture. Jedi had him kill Boba Fett, shoot the Sarlacc, and outwit the fucking Emperor whose plan would have worked like clockwork. Here they have him steal back his own ship.
After a brief scuffle with some people he tried to swindle.
Seriously, why bother naming these guys? All they are is just cannon fodder whenever Han can't talk his way out of it. Now, unlike the original trilogy, where Han didn't believe in the Force, here he's a skeptic no longer. There's a reason for that.
Han, Chewie, Finn, Rey, and BB-8 leave on the Falcon and travel to Takodana, a temple/cantina owned by Maz Kanata, a wise old woman with a Wookiee fetish. It was then and there that the characters were split. Rey wanted to go back to Jakku so she can wait for her parents that left her there. Finn wants to find the next shuttle out of the galaxy, while Han wants to take BB-8 to the Rebels, now called the Resistance, so that they could get Luke on the fight. However, things take a turn for the weird when Rey discovers Luke's original lightsaber, which causes her visions that Maz reveals to be her latent force powers manifesting. Scared by this, Rey flees to the woods and gets captured by Ren, whilst the stormtroopers lay waste to Takodana in search of Han, Chewie, Finn, and BB-8. Their planet-sized weapon known as Starkiller Base destroys an entire solar system, making the Death Star look like a firecracker in comparison. When all hope seems lost, Poe and a fleet of X-Wing fighters fly in to drive off the First Order. Finn is reunited with Poe and BB-8, while Han is reunited with Leia after a long rift between them. As it turns out, Kylo Ren is their son, who was corrupted by a Sith Lord called Snoke into believing that the dark side must obliterate the light. Ren took it as a sign that he should succeed where Darth Vader has failed.
Now, this has been known to tick off fans for following reasons. One, they have expected the villain to be Luke Skywalker due to Hamill's recent career rise in villain business, such as the Joker in the Batman animated and Flash TV series twice. The second reason is the man was an obvious Darth Vader fanboy, as pointed out in and out of the universe. And three, there was already an evil son of Han Solo who was in the expanded universe. However, I honestly think Kylo Ren is probably the scariest villain in Star Wars history, and I'll tell you why. Han Solo is one of the few characters in the Star Wars franchise to succeed in heroism without having to rely on the Force. Instead, relying on something known as solo luck, which is why, no matter how serious the situation, he was always able to get out of it alive. So, when you have an offspring that is one half naturally lucky, and the other half with full access to Force-using powers, and is part of a very powerful family line of Jedi, both good and bad, you have a one-man WMD.
With Finn's help, Han and Chewie reach Starkiller Base in order to lower the shields and rescue Rey. However, thanks to the latter controlling her powers, Rey was able to engineer her own escape, while the gang forced Phasma to turn off the shields before throwing her into a trash compactor.
Now, a lot of people complained about this, because much like Boba Fett, Phasma was built up to be a badass stormtrooper. However, much like Boba Fett, jury's out on whether or not she survived the encounter.
Han, Finn, and Chewie find Rey, while Han goes out to confront Kylo, whose real name is Ben Solo. After trying to convince him to come back to him, Kylo instead stabs him and throws him over a bridge.
Now, two schools of thought on the matter. One, Harrison Ford has been trying since Empire Strikes Back to kill Han Solo off, but he specifically mentioned he wanted to die in a noble way. So in a way, Abrams gave Harrison what he wanted. Two, however, Harrison himself has spread rumors that while Solo may end up returning one way or another, how is a matter of question, but wait and see. In my opinion, while the stab and fall could have killed him, Luke fell off a platform just as high and Empire Strikes Back, meaning if the fall and stab didn't kill him, much like Phasma, there's still a chance for him to escape, or at least for them to find his body.
Naturally, Chewie flips out and wounds Ren before setting off the charges that allow the Resistance to move in for the kill. When Finn and Rey try to escape, the wounded Kylo cuts them off. Finn tries to fight back, but after a good fight, Kylo cripples him, causing Rey to fight back, embrace her Jedi side, and give Kylo a true reason to wear that mask. Chewie rescues them, and Rey inherits the Falcon, and while Finn is resting, they set off to find Luke Skywalker. When R2-D2 is reactivated, giving them the other piece of the map.
Now, a lot of fans thought this movie was an overhyped, overrated rehash of its own, and in a way they're right. But that doesn't mean you should automatically hate this movie. It simply means that they have much respect for the franchise, that in order to reintroduce it to the world, they'd have to at least show that they know enough to rehash it, while at the same time introduce new characters with new problems. I will say this, it's a hell of a lot better than the prequel trilogies. And I cannot wait to see Rogue One or the next movie. As usual, debate, argument, let me know in a minute. Stay tuned for more.